So did the market shock you? Checking the market sentiments today, it seems like it's kind of funny. When the price of Bitcoin and the rest of the alts are pumping, people are actually buying. But now that it's on cheap sale, people are selling. Looking on the fear and greed index, it shows here that we are currently on the 84 points. And this one is under extreme greed. So in comparison to the last month that we actually reached around 91%, the market sentiment seems to be still positive, though there are entities and people that are a bit scared already in what's going on, and they have this fear of uncertainty. The possibility is they bought on the market when it's on top without thinking that there's a possible pullback in the market. Nevertheless, it's always good to have cash on hand so that when we have this type of pullback, we could actually utilize the market. And I'm emphasizing that the bull market trend right now because we're actually buying the dip. If it's not a bull market, then we're not gonna do that. And during this parabolic run, we're already doing cashing out, so we could prepare this type of movement. So interpreting this fear and greed index, it seems like people and institutions are still very bullish on this market, as you can see. But in relation to that, as we know that if the herds are all on the other side of the boat, it's better for us to go on the opposite side because there's a big possibility that they are wrong. And this is how the dumb money plays in the market. For those people who are not looking, as you can see here, that today we are still in extreme greed at 84 points. Yesterday it was actually 90, and for the last week we're on 93. So the sentiment is still bullish, and even on last month, December, is actually 91. Though it's a bit shifted a bit lower already, but still considered as extreme greed. So people are still positive on the trend, and we're going to utilize this. That's why this is one of the reason also why we're buying the dips. We might not even know what is the exact low point this run will be. Check what is the fib extension, what is the strong support, plus the moving average that will help us utilize this market. What we can do during the Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoins are going down and still take profit. I'm not talking about here shorting the market, because if you are, or if you still believe that the market is on bull market, it's gonna be difficult to fight the trend. So let's identify what trend are we in now. Looking on the coin market cap, today we are sitting around 900.19 billion. Though last time we reached already 1.1 trillion on our highest point for the volume, including the rest of the altcoins. But as you can see today, the dominance of Bitcoins again went up to 69.71%. Though right now we're getting a bit retracement when it comes to the dominance, and seems like the market is still interested on alts. So currently we are on the 67.59% for the Bitcoin dominance. Last time I tried to talk to you guys when it comes to dollar index, and I showed you the correlation between Bitcoin and different assets like gold in relation to the DXY. So as we know, if the value of dollar index will continue to plummet, of course, assets like Bitcoin will be recognized by the rest of the market. And currently, DXY is actually bouncing after it hit the lowest this year, even the last 2020 at 89.22 points. So let's see if this will continue to hold, but though it bounced back to around 90, it's again facing this resistance on this area here. Definitely this will have some effect on our market. Simplifying our technical analysis for Bitcoin, you could see here in log scale that we are still way up here, and going to the lower time frame, let's see what exactly happened here. If we're going to check the fib extension, we can see here that we almost hit the 50% Fibonacci as our support, and it even it didn't even touch it. So that's how bullish is still this market is. Right away, once we attempted to touch that support, we even bounced back right away around 17% up to 20+%. And right now it seems like we're again going to the downtrend. Looking on the lower time frame at 4 hours, you could clearly see here how did the bounce went, and see here the volume of selling and buying. Buying is still bigger in comparison to this selling that happened during the downside. Checking the 4 hours trend, seems like we are still in. As you can see, we actually formed this higher low so far, and we even have this another higher low on this point going here. So checking other tools and indicators, at RSI we actually touched in the 4 hours the oversold around 28, and on the MACD we are now on the negative part, though it's attempting again to move up, but right here it's very obvious that we had some rejection around 3600 to 3700. What we are expecting, if the bulls wish to have or regain control, is to use this 32, 33 as the support before moving up again, and try to test the all-time high before breaking it. So that will be a good scenario if the bulls would like to control this bullish movement on this correction that we had. But please don't get me wrong, because there's still a possibility that we might even actually go lower than this. So if we break this 30,000 support, the next level of support that we could see is around the 24,000 range. Yes, we might have a bit support here on the 28,000, but seems like that's not a strong support in comparison to the 24,000, since we actually spend more time here. And if that continues, then looks like the 20,000 range, lower 18,000, 19,000 is also on the table. If this actually happened, it means that we'll be breaking the 21 MA on the daily chart. And if that if what will happen now is we will be expecting the 1 week 21 that will hold this as strong support. So even in a bull market, just like what we tried to discuss way back before, 30%, 40% is normal in this market. So if you are new into cryptocurrency, this is just another day for us. Once again, this is Healthy Mind, reminding you that we are not a financial advisor. Always validate and do your own research.